here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. And the Hawkeyes will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hale. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So SMU's offense will go on the attack first. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And this offensive line obviously has its strengths, but you're not going to have to look further than that left side. Like, this offense gets a little bit run-heavy to the left for a reason. Left guard, left tackle, the strength of this unit. They work so well together, great individual players. And Palmer, sometimes when you got a side of the line that's a little bit more dominant, don't be afraid to go that way more often.
No question about it. I think on critical down and distances, when they need to have a play, especially on short yardage, goal line, going for it on fourth down, the left side is who they're going to be running behind. You've got two guys out there on the left tackle and left guard that are going to play on Sundays, and that is a special combination that a lot of offensive lines wish they had.
Back to take a shot. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's at the touchdown, Hawkeye. He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason pull. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Mustangs in the hurry up.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
Well, Kevin Jennings has a high ceiling, David, and we've seen throughout his career when he's playing well, this offense is lights out. This is a guy who's quarterbacked this team to a
Touchdown Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff for Malton. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Hawkeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's James. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The Hawkeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Pocket breaking down. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Iowa! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's a little room there. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Give to the single back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. Back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Turning it on! They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and, man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He'll try it again. Showing off the arms. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Knight. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard.
Might have a chance. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. They're going to ride this running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get it.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. All the way back. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Got it in the middle. It's Malton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wants to go right back downfield. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring...
But, and he's got room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the away team sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
All right, Holly. Bringing the heat. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Makes the grab on the left. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play for the O.
Back to pass on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. Right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, third and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Shakes a man, and he might take off. SMU spends his second timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He wants to throw it. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback may change this route. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the 3rd quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Catching up with the Mustangs head coach at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got room at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on second and short. The play-action fake. Fires to the middle. Hits the open man. Touchdown, Mustangs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. But you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking down the middle. And the third down pass is knocked away by the knee.
And that's just what this defense needed.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coming out with it, it's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Phillips. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Makes the grab. It's James. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Hawkeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He's got it. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. He's got him. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Still looking on the move. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Trying to run it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Iowa!
You get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Rides the back and leaves it. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down inbounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. This time he's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.